Awesome. James here with Lenovo, with Mark, to give us a booth tour of what they have going on here at the Expo. Mark, everyone knows Lenovo. We love Lenovo. Give us, though, a high-level overview, who Lenovo is, what you do, and then let's dive right into a booth tour and kind of show off what you're showing here at the Expo this week.
Absolutely. So everybody does know Lenovo, and frankly, we do a lot of crazy great stuff with our computers, right? So we don't just do servers, we don't just do laptops, we don't just do small-based systems, desktop systems. We don't just do all that. We also do smart collaboration, which is what we're actually focused on primarily in this booth. We do have some other stuff kicking around, point that out as we go along. But for starters, I do want to put out there that this is smart collaboration heavy here, just so everybody knows. And our smart collaboration is centered on Teams room systems, Zoom room systems, and Google Meet systems. In the booth right here, we don't have the Google Meet systems, but we do have Zoom systems and Teams systems. Okay, so for starters right here, we feature some great products. We start off with our core. This is really the heart of a lot of our systems. With this system here, what we do is, this is the brains of the Zoom room system or the Teams room system. And really from there, we build out, right? So this goes in the center, and with anytime you buy a core for a Teams room system anyway, you also come with the touch panel. This particular touch panel is our IP controller. Now, it can't actually go on an IP network, so I'm not sure why we call it an IP controller, but it's all good, because the idea is that it's a Cat5 cable that connects from the touch panel to our link box, and our link box connects up to our core using HDMI and USB.
Awesome.
We're also featuring up front here our ThinkSmart Bar 180. Now, this device might look pretty familiar to most people, and we don't hide the fact that we get this from our good buddies over at Jabra. But this is a Lenovo branded version, which gets you access into our warranty system, etc. So it's a little bit different from what we'd get from Jabra. That all being said, it's a beautiful system. You can buy this as a kit all together, or it can come independently, all the different parts, entirely up to you how you want to purchase. The beautiful part about our core, and why our core is really the heart of our systems, is that it doesn't just have to be Lenovo peripherals. As long as it's platform certified, the core will work with it. So for instance, if you really, really love this camera you have in your room, and you don't want to switch that out, but you just really want a new Teams room system, our core is perfect for that application. We're also featuring up front here an InfoComm toggle, which allows you to incorporate BYOD/BYOM meetings into our core system. With the InfoComm toggle, which is essentially just a host, USB host switcher, all we got to do is plug in the HDMI and USB, and that'll take over. It'll send your laptop up to the display, or displays in this particular case, as well as take over the peripherals to give you that BYOD, BYOM experience.
Okay.
All right.
So does that allow the flexibility to switch between Teams and Zoom? If this is a team setup, is that what allows you to use Zoom or Google Meet or some other type of video conferencing software?
Well, so what that'll actually do is give you the option to use it up from your laptop at that point in time.
Okay.
So the core itself doesn't switch applications, but this will allow you to use whatever you need to use on your laptop to drive the meeting.
Perfect.
In this particular case, you could do whatever. So you could do Google Meet, you could do Cisco WebEx, you could do Zoom, you could do 8x8, or any number of the various and sundry crazy things out there right now. But that's all done from your laptop as opposed to our system. Now, curious, you do actually ask that question because we do have a software service that does allow you to switch from Teams over to Zoom. It takes a little while to do, so this is not like a between meetings thing, but we call it asset protection, where if you bought a Teams room system and your organization is going to Zoom at some point in time, but your Teams today, you won't have to buy all new stuff when you do switch over to Zoom. Through our ThinkSmart Manager software, you can switch that to a Zoom room system when the time is appropriate.
Awesome. Okay, so if you have that vision, there is a change coming, but we need a solution now and one for the future, that's where that would really come into play of then revamping it when you are switched over to Zoom.
100% correct. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
And again, that does require the ThinkSmart Manager software to do, which I can actually show you over to if you're interested in seeing that next.
Would love to see it.
Awesome. So come on over. Our ThinkSmart Tiny. So this product is brand new. This is not out yet. It's coming out. It's set to ship in the fall. So what this is that this is a sub $1,000 Microsoft Teams room system. Comes with the touch panel and the compute. It allows you to take some of, maybe you have an old room that needs to be refreshed and it's just a single monitor and you don't really want to spend a lot of money on it. This is your guy right here. This will only support single monitor, so don't go crazy with it. It's not going to do everything in the world, which is why it's less expensive, frankly.
Right.
It's all about the processor. This is an i3 processor. Our other devices are i5 processors. So that's that. That's why it's cheaper, incidentally.
Perfect.
So this is the stalwart of our organization, really. This is the second generation of the first smart collaboration product we put out. This is called our ThinkSmart Hub G2. We call it an all-in-one. It's not really an all-in-one, but it's kind of an all-in-one, where it's got microphones and speakers built right into it.
Oh, wow.
It's designed to sit center of table. And so the audio for it is absolutely incredible because you're sitting right next to the speakers and the microphones because of the fact that that's center of the table. All you really need to do to make this a complete system is add a camera and a display, and you have a full system. The price point on these guys is very reasonable. On top of that, these guys are tanks. So these guys are like, you pick them up, throw them out the window, go grab it off the ground and put it back in the room and it'll probably work just fine.
Awesome.
Well, that's an exaggeration. Don't actually do that. But the point that I'm getting after is that these guys are rock solid. We've had this, like I said, is the second generation of this product. The first generation was put out 6-7 years ago, so you can see it's got some good legs to it.
Yeah.
Available in Teams and Zoom, incidentally.
Oh,
but like I said, rock solid product, awesome device.
Cool. I love that. That's I didn't even expect there to be a speaker there and microphones. That's how sleek it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, like I said, this device was the only issue that people tend to have with this device is the aesthetics of it. Because this sits center of table, this is in front of everybody, and that can cause some consternation to say, hey, wait a minute, maybe we don't want to put that in the middle of our table. And that's where we get to the core system that we talked about first, that you can divide it and conquer. This is the ThinkSmart One. It's the world's first and only Windows-based all-in-one bar. So it's got speakers, microphones, compute, camera, all built right into it. You also can notice the nifty little clock in the lower right-hand corner.
Yeah, sleek for sure.
Absolutely. It does ship with a touch panel. Again, you have the choice between USB or IP controller. That's up to you. Whatever suits your needs. By the way, the biggest difference between the IP and the USB controller is just connectivity. Essentially, they function exactly the same.
Okay.
So it's just, it comes with a 10-meter USB cable. The IP controller can go up to 300 feet. So it's subtly different. 100 meters if you prefer that type of distance. But this guy is really designed to be used in small spaces, 6-8 person rooms at the most. This is a Lenovo ThinkVision 65-inch, it's called a T65, touch interactive display. One of the greatest parts about this guy is you can hook this up to one of our Teams room systems and absolutely do all your whiteboarding right from this guy. Right now, we also happen to be focused on our room configurator. There's a new software that if we decided, you know what, I'm not quite sure what do I need for my room, we absolutely can launch right into it, pick what size room you want, and you go right ahead, pick a room size. Medium. Next step. What does your room look like?
Oh, so we have training room options, casual setting. I feel like casual setting is really hot and popular right now.
Excellent.
And can be tough to configure for.
Yeah. So then this lays out like, well, maybe you want one of those devices, okay? So you can pick which one you like. All right.
We're a Google Meet
And it will
space.
show you now what a Google Meet system might actually look like in your space right here.
Oh, okay.
What a ThinkSmart Core Full Room Kit might look like.
As easy as really pressing the screen, you get a whole new configuration, and you can start to visualize what, if that would work within your space.
Absolutely. And as we actually progress, you can actually scroll up and it should be a next step. We can actually add in you can see what's actually included, which would include our Premier support. We can absolutely install, add in training services, design services, project management services, add that stuff right in, see results. and you can get a quote for it right from us, or you can just download it and get a quote from your favorite integrator. Whatever works for you. The point is that you've figured out what needs to happen for your individual space just by following a few really simple steps.
And is this just right there on your website? Or where would they find this to do it at home?
So this is at techtoday.lenovo.com/us/en/room configurator, or do what I did and Google Lenovo room configurator, because it's way easier to remember.
Easy enough, easy enough. Perfect. Mark, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for showing us around your booth. Right, this ThinkSmart solution, it's awesome. It's the future, right? We love to see it. We love to be a part of it. If you need to learn more about Lenovo in your space, reach out as quick as you can. Play with this, have some fun, and we'll create the best solution for everything that you need around video conferencing. Mark, thank you.
Thank you so much, James. I really appreciate your time today.